Hi, my name is Marley Capuano, and the company I chose to research for my final paper and presentation was Viacom Incorporated. The reason I picked Viacom was because I wanted to pick a multinational mass media conglomerate company to help understand the company, their industry, and their competitors a bit more thoroughly and clearly. Viacom takes place in more than 183 countries and territories throughout the world. However, their headquarters are in New York City. Their main presence takes place in the US, which takes up 70% of sales, Europe, and Asia. Viacom has quite the extensive portfolio with their main focus and interest in film and television. Its MTV Networks units runs the cable networks of Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and the Family MTV channels. Viacom also owns Black Entertainment Television, which airs programming on BET, BET Gospel, and BET Hip Hop. In regard to the film business, Viacom is operated through Paramount Pictures. In 2018, Viacom's total revenue was $12,943,000,000. The company was down by $500 million from the year before, where their total revenue was $13,263,000,000. However, their operating income was up by $100 million, with a total income of $2,572,000,000 in 2018. As we can see in this chart, the total income was up in 2018 due to their expenses being down. Viacom's expenses in 2017 were $10,240,000,000, with the total expenses in 2018 being $9,800,000,000. So by understanding the difference between revenue and income, we're able to see in 2018 that the actual money the company made was higher. Also, we were able to see that Viacom's main source of revenue was through their media networks in both 2017 and 2018. As the numbers remain pretty similar for both years, we can see the revenue for their filmed entertainment decreased a bit more significantly. On this chart, we're able to see about a $240 million decrease between the years of 2017 and 2018. This decrease may be due to people spending more time watching television rather than watching movies. Paramount Network's original series, Yellowstone, became the most watched cable series of the summer in 2018. The Western ranch drama starring Kevin Costner as the father of the Dutton family reached an average of 5.1 million viewers weekly throughout the 9-episode first season, as well as gaining more than 20 million digital views. However, even though revenue was low for filmed entertainment, Viacom still had their fair share of success. The low-budget horror film A Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski, turned out to be quite the blockbuster, bringing in $340 million worldwide. With a low production budget of $17 million, it made a considerable profit. The film made $50 million domestically in its opening weekend in April 2018. Some competitors for Viacom include the Walt Disney Company, Warner Media, and NBC Universal Media. Many of these media companies have concerns regarding cable TV ratings and advertising trends. As a competitor in the mass media industry, Viacom must consider new innovative ways to grow and maintain a competitive advantage. With competition from Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon, who are providing alternatives to traditional media by providing an accessible streaming service to customers, Viacom is now getting in on that as well. In January of this year, Viacom announced that they will be acquiring the streaming service of Pluto TV for $340 million. Naturally, they must evolve with the times after their success in cable television. As this switch seems to be extremely necessary these days if a company wants to remain a competitor in the mass media industry, this is Viacom's most momentous move into the streaming world. As many consumers of media have chosen to forego their cable subscriptions due to the emergence of streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon, Pluto TV will now be another competitor in the market. A SWOT analysis is important when understanding a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a great framework to understand what company you're analyzing is doing right and what they could be doing better. One of Viacom's main strengths is that due to their financial performance, they are provided with stability as a company. Viacom proved to have a steady growth in its financial performance, which allows the company to pursue expansion and provide them with long-term financial stability. In the 2017 fiscal year, the company reported revenue of $13,263,000,000, which increased 6.2% from the 2016 fiscal year, with a revenue of $12,488,000,000. Another strength of the company is their undeniable customer reach. Viacom gets most of their customers through their leading media networks such as MTV, Nickelodeon, BET, and Comedy Central. As of September 30th, 2017, Viacom had 4.3 billion cumulative television subscribers in 183 countries throughout the world. Now to consider the weaknesses. Viacom's growth opportunities seem to be limited due to geographical concentration. Even though Viacom operates in over 183 countries throughout the world, during the 2017 fiscal year, the company generated 71.6% of its revenue from the U.S. market. This shows how dependent the company is on the domestic market and could pose as a threat long term. Opportunity. Viacom as a company benefits from the growing media and entertainment industry in the U.S. as it provides a range of entertainment services across media platforms such as television, digital, and movie theaters. Increasing customer spending and increasing box office collections of motion pictures drives the growth of the whole industry. Growing personal income, disposable personal income, and personal consumption expenditure show improvement in consumer spending in the U.S., which can enhance its performance of the company's products. For example, according to the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis, in July 2018, the personal income in the U.S. increased by $54.8 billion compared to June 2018. Viacom will also reap the benefits of the strong growth of the media market in the upcoming years. According to the industry estimates, the global entertainment and media industry had total revenues of $1.7 trillion in 2015. It is anticipated to grow at an annual growth rate of 4.4% during 2015 to 2020 and ultimately reach $2.1 trillion in 2020. To conclude our SWOT analysis, we must look at what will pose as a threat to the company. Naturally, the media industry is extremely competitive as they all compete for things such as content, audiences, and advertising. Due to the intense and inevitable competitive market of the media industry, revenues and margins may eventually be impacted for the company. In conclusion, Viacom is quite the complex multinational mass media company. Viacom proves to be a great example in the media industry through their continued growth and success while trying to remain innovative and captivating to their customers. I hope you found this as interesting as I have, and I hope you have a nice day.